These 6 Supermoto wheels and tires just came in, and in today's video, I'm putting them on my SURRON Light Bee X. Here I got all my Motion Bro tools that I use for putting on tires. Got these nice spoons, and I actually sanded down the inside to make them super smooth and easier to use. Got my rim shields. These things are awesome. They will totally protect your rims. You can see how chewed up this plastic is from all the tire installs I've done. Those dents would be on the wheels. And this is my Bead Buddy. This thing is awesome. It can really help to push the bead down up into the tire so you can work it all the way around the wheel. I got my tusk truing stand, and this is to check to see if those KKE wheels are straight from the factory. And this is my tire stand. This is pretty important to keep the rim and tire nice and stable so I can go around it and work the bead. I have some tire lube here, and you definitely need this to get the bead to slide down underneath the rim. And I have some baby powder in a plastic bag, and I'll show you what I do with that later. Got my 2 tubes, 3.0 by 17, 3.25 by 17 for the back. Got the Michelin Pilot GPs, awesome tires, really sticky, soft compound. Now I got 17 by 2.5 for the back and 17 by 2.15 for the front. Now this packaging looks really nice. So that should be the rear wheel. And this should be the front wheel. Nice wheel. Check it out. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is the rear wheel. You can see how fat it is. Wow. This is a 2.5. 17 by 2.5. Oh man, look how wide that is. These are the spacers for the rear SURRON wheel, and these are the boost hub spacers. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some tape around the inside of the rim. I'll just go around it a few times and make sure that they're all covered. Let's get this back bead down onto the rim. And before I'll do that, we need to figure out the orientation of this tire. Now, because this is a Michelin moto tire, the tread direction actually depends on how this wheel is used, whether it's a front or a rear. If it's a rear tire, the direction is this way. If this tire is being used as a front tire, the direction is actually reversed. One of the reasons why they do this is they say it limits the vibrations caused from the tires going both in the same direction. So because the rotor is on top, it's gonna spin this way. So I'm gonna dress up this side and then get it down over the rim. Pretty easy to get that one. Now we're gonna put the tube in. So this is where the powder comes in. I'll put the tube in the bag, put a decent amount of powder in there, and you don't want to breathe this in for sure. But I will just get this tube nice and coated with powder, and that way when I'm putting it into the tire, there's much less risk of me pinching the tube, and it will slide more easily inside the tire when I'm moving it around. Just get it nice and powdered up so the rubber is not really sticky. We're just gonna put in a tiny bit of air. And that way when I'm putting the tube in the tire, this will keep the tube up into the top of the tire and reduce the chances of it getting pinched. Maybe about that much. Now let's put the tube in. Just put it in pretty straight all the way around. Now with the valve stem through, I will put this valve stem nut on, but not all the way, just a little bit. Maybe about 3/4, just to keep it from coming off. Put some tire paste on this side now. Now I have my valve stem here, so I'm going to put my rim guard on right there and right there. I'm going to start off with 2 big bites. Make sure the tire is up like this. And now I'm going to put my Bead Buddy. Now the Bead Buddy will help keep the tire from getting on the bead on this side, and this will allow me to work my way around this way and take small bites each way. The key point is to keep the bead down on the inside of the rim on the opposite side that you're always working on. It's going to start to get a little bit harder as you get closer. That last little bit will be a little more tough. You just need to make sure the bead is down on the inside. Now it's just about getting this last bite down. There we go. Tire's on. Just make sure nothing's pinched. I'll look around, just make sure I don't see the tube anywhere. Looks pretty good. Let's go put some air in this. I'll put about probably 50 PSI in here because I want to get the bead to pop. So I'm going to overinflate it a little. I don't hear any air. Do you?
Nope.
I think that's a good sign. Let's get this bead on there. Sometimes the bead will pop, sometimes it doesn't. This has got 50 PSI in it right now, and the bead is definitely on. I can see all the way around. And just let it sit for a bit. Let's put the rear down, rotor side up. Since this is the rear tire, I'm gonna have the tread going in the counterclockwise direction like this, with the arrows pointing down towards the pavement. Just get it popped on pretty easy. No, can't fit. So, you know what that means. Key is, I need to be very careful here. See, if I had the Bead Buddy in on the other side, yeah, it will keep that bead down. See how it keeps coming off? Yeah. Check out, make sure the tube isn't pinching anywhere. So far, so good. All right, let's put some air in it. Nice. Let it sit there, make sure no holes. You can see this is the new front wheel, and it's actually just as thick as the old rear wheel. You see that, man? It's 2.15. And here's the back wheel. And you can see the back wheel is a lot wider than this 2.15. Now I'm at 2.5. I'm hoping right here it will clear the chain, but we won't know till we mount it. Just want to make sure there's no dirt. I can screw the pads up big time, like maybe there's some Loctite or some grease. All right, let's balance this thing. So I think the heavy end is going to be probably around where this valve stem is. Let's check. Yep, it's just where the valve stem is. As it is with most tires. Unless it has a rim lock, and then it'll be in a little bit different place. Nice. That'll work. Let me tighten it and check it. Yeah, I think it's good, man. Okay. Put the boost spacers in. Let's get that caliper off. Need to get the sprocket off. Let's get this brake rotor off so I can get it on that wheel. I need to torque that up. Set this to 25. And set it to 12. Yep, just to the right of the valve stem. It's good, man. Okay, let's get it on the bike. Chain clears the tire. It's very close though. Let's get this thing torqued up. Yeah, lines up just like it did before. My bike just died mid-air. There's no power. The blue light's not even coming on. There's like no power going to the bike. Something is up. Dude, it almost just killed me, man. The power went out mid-wheelie. And I almost fell over the front of the bike.